It's 5:30 here on the Truman State Campus, and welcome to the first TMN television show of the semester. I'm Jasmine Adams.
And I'm Matt Ragsdale. Coming up tonight, we remember Alex Mullins and Jacob Hughes.
And later, we show you how Sodexo prepares handmade bakery items for students.
Also, stay tuned for our sports manager, Seth Wolfmeyer, as he will be here to give us the most up-to-date information on our Truman Bulldogs.
These stories and more tonight on TMN television. You don't want to miss this.
Truman State University recently lost 2 students last month. Sophomore Alex Mullins, a business administration major who died August 8th, and sophomore Jacob Hughes, a psychology major who died August 27th. Both were part of the Alpha Kappa Lambda fraternity. Since each of their passings, friends and family members have written on Facebook fond memories and tributes to the 2 students. The Panhellenic sororities started a 3-week schedule to bring cards and food to the students' fraternity to provide support for their loss. Assistant Service and Giving Chair of Alpha Sigma Alpha, Tanner Myers, says she wants to continue helping people who have dealt with suicide and give them support and comfort in dealing with times like this. Students are encouraged to go to the university counseling services if they are having any problems.
Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump made a visit to Mexico yesterday to meet with Mexico's President Enrique Peña Nieto. During the private meeting, the two discussed illegal immigration, including Trump's plan to build a wall across the southern border to prevent illegal immigrants from entering into the United States. Trump says the two did not discuss who will pay for the wall, but Peña Nieto says he told Trump Mexico will not pay for the wall to be built. After the meeting, Trump gave an immigration speech in Phoenix, Arizona.
Missouri's Secretary of State, Jason Kander, recently met with a group of Truman State students to discuss the challenges of student debt. Kander says college affordability is an issue facing many middle-class families. He also discussed some of his solutions he will carry out if elected to the United States Senate in November. During his discussion with students, Kander says current Missouri Senator Roy Blunt is out of touch with issues facing college students. Kander called upon statements made by Blunt in 2015 when the incumbent said the student debt problem is caused by increased living standards. According to the Institute for College Access and Success, 59% of Missourians have student debt, and the average Missouri student will graduate with $25,000 of debt.
And as TMN keeps you updated about these upcoming elections, make sure you are registered to vote in Adair County. The last day to register is October 12th. You will need to fill out a voter registration application, which can be found at www.sos.missouri.gov/elections. If you don't know if you are registered to vote in Missouri or would like more information, you can visit the Adair County Clerk's Office located at the Adair County Courthouse.
Coming up next, we discuss the new water main installation on Baltimore Street.
Be sure to stay tuned.
This biscuit isn't perfect. It's got its highs and lows. And because it's made by hand, it will never be duplicated. Just like a unique snowflake. A unique steak, egg, and cheese-filled snowflake. The steak, egg, and cheese biscuit or burrito with steak, fluffy egg, and cheese. Only at home.
The University of Missouri-Columbia received some backlash after 6 dogs were killed to conduct a study. According to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, the dogs were purposely blinded with acid in an attempt to cure dogs with eye damage. After the experiment failed, the dogs were euthanized. The Beagle Freedom Project sued the university, but the university has stood by their decision, saying, quote, "Without animal research, we would not be able to answer some of the most important medical questions."
With Baldwin Hall under construction, some parking lots are closed to the public. TMN reporter Charles Mahood has more information.
The parking lot directly north of Baldwin Hall is closed as Baldwin Hall undergoes renovations this school year. General contractor Whiting Turner is using the Baldwin parking lot closest to Normal Street as a staging area to prepare materials to go into the building. The lot is currently fenced off from anyone not working on the construction of the building. Whiting-Turner is also using the parking lot between Baldwin and McLean as a staging area to bring materials directly in and out of the building, which should limit disruption of student traffic. Construction of Baldwin Hall is expected to be completed in June 2017. For Truman Media Network, this is Charles Mahood.
A new water main is being installed on Baltimore Street. TMN reporter Jasmine Adams has the story.
The section of Baltimore Street between the Faith Lutheran Church and La Pachanga will be under construction until September 8th, weather permitting. Workers are installing a new water main on the road due to previous leaks and larger cracks. Utility Maintenance Supervisor Dennis Snyder says anyone driving in Kirksville should expect workers to be out from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Snyder says his main concern is the safety of drivers and workers during construction, and he says drivers should remain cautious when entering the work zone.
Safety, like I said, is very important to us. I don't want to get anybody hurt. I don't want to put any drivers, out of their way either, but we have to have people aware that the job site and construction area, we expect them to drive in a reasonable manner.
Stay tuned as Seth Wolfmeyer updates us on the recent events in Truman sports.
We will be right back.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
All right, you ready for some baseball trivia?
Let's do it.
What year produced the most no-hit games in the big leagues?
7 no-hitters in 1990.
Wow, that's right. Now a question that's not trivial. How many children will witness bullying this year?
Huh.
The answer? 3 out of 4.
75%?
That's
Wow.
right. How many of them will say something?
Kids want to help, but don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov.
Many Sodexo bakery products are made by hand every day. TMN reporter Stephanie Best has the story.
Sodexo's bakery, located in the lower level of the Student Union building, provides all baked goods to the dining halls in the Main Street Bakery every day. The bakery consists of a small staff who works from 11 at night to 6 or 7 in the morning the next day. The bakery makes an average of 15 different desserts a day, along with its usual baked goods such as pizza dough, biscuits, and dinner rolls. Almost all products are made by hand, and bakery manager Shelley Schmidt says it is important to make the baked goods by hand in order to know what is going into the product.
It's a unique situation where we get to every day come to work and make people happy by making them fresh donuts are all scratch. You don't find that anymore.
For the Truman Media Network, I'm Stephanie Best.
Today we have with us TMN Sports Manager Seth Wolfmeyer. Hi Seth, what's going on with our Truman State Bulldogs?
This weekend is a busy one for Truman Sports as multiple teams will start their season. The women's soccer team had their first match earlier today at home against Ashland University. The Bulldogs tied 1-1. The team finished last season by winning the GLVC tournament and making a run in the NCAA National Tournament. A preseason coaches poll ranked the team 25th nationally. The volleyball team will have their first match on Friday, facing off against the top-ranked Concordia St. Paul. The team will also play Northern State and Western Washington University as part of the Concordia St. Paul tournament. A preseason coaches poll picked the Bulldogs to finish third in the GLVC West after going 17-13 last season. The team used a new system to focus during practice to prepare for this year. The system is called TRUST, which stands for Trust, Reason, Us, Self, and Training. The Truman football team will kick off the season on Saturday by playing the Midwestern State University Mustangs. The Mustangs were the top team in the region last year and are ranked high again this season. The Bulldogs have been picked fourth in a GLVC preseason coaches poll after going 5-6 last year. Truman has brought on 2 new coaches in offensive coordinator Jason Kilday and offensive line coach Chris Symington. After the team's scoring offense finished at the bottom of the league last season, the football field and track will be redone later this year in a $1 million project. Join us next week at the Dog Pound, where we will give you the full story.
Thank you so much for being here today, Seth. We really appreciate it. We will finish our broadcast after a short break.
That brings us to the end of our news program. Be sure to check out our exclusive web content at tmn.truman.edu.
Also, make sure to check out TMN Television on YouTube and TMN's new Facebook page and Twitter page.
From all of us at TMN Television, thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of the week.